Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this adorable newt, salamander, lizard. It could be any of those animals. So a newt is actually a kind of salamander, and salamanders and lizards look really similar as far as the shape of them. The real difference is in the texture of their skin, whether they're scaly or smooth, and the colors that they are. And you can get that look just with the fabrics that you choose. So this could be a salamander or a lizard. You decide. It's the new pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. And when I say new, the current pattern, it is now May 1st, 2024. And if you're already in the club, you should have already received a link to download the new pattern. And if you're not in the club yet and you join any time in the month of May 2024, this is the pattern that you're going to get instantly. If you're watching this video and it's way after May 2024 and you're looking for the pattern, you can find it in the shop at shinyhappyworld.com. Here's how to make it. Okay, this is the video where I'm going to show you how to put it together if you do not have a light box. And I've got all of my pieces prepared. That means that they are cut out on the solid lines, and then I've taken these dotted lines and I have transferred those markings to the front side of the fabric. And I've done that for all of the pieces. And now I'm ready to put them together. So I'm going to start with the shoulder piece, the neck piece on him. And that is going to line up right against the bottom edge, the raw edge of the block. So I'm just going to center that in here. And so I'm making mine what I call snapshot style. That means I want it to look like I have just snapped a photo of this animal and just zoomed in on the face. And in order to mimic that look in a quilt block, I want the seam to catch the bottom edge of the neck in that line. So it'll look like it's just cropped out of the photo. He still has a body, it's just not in the photo. If you want to do yours what I call emoji style, where it's just a head floating in the middle of the block, I recommend leaving the neck piece off, and that way you won't have kind of an awkward cut off neck. So next up, I'm going to put his chin, and there's a line that I transferred on the back of the neck, so I'm just going to lay this chin piece down until it covers that line. And then I know I've got enough overlap that I'll be able to wash this and run it through the laundry when it's a finished quilt. So now I am going to do the top of his head. And just like that line on the top of the neck, this one has a line at the top of his chin, and we're just going to cover that up. And just get that centered in there nicely. All right, and I like it so that the head sticks out just a little bit over that chin piece. I like the way that looks. All right, now I've got a couple of eyes, and these eyes have got the mouth or the pupil placement marked on them, but you don't have to put it where I marked it. So we're going to put one here, and piece number 5 goes on this side. So I am going to put those pupils right where I marked in the pattern, just so that you can see what that is like. But again, you could make him looking off in 2 different directions. You could really play around with where those pupils go. There we go. Sometimes it takes a minute to find that edge. So great big friendly pupils on this guy. And then we've got some nostrils. And they are just tinier little ovals. And if you don't want to applique around these small ovals, these aren't too small to applique, it's definitely doable. But if you don't want to applique something that small, there is, the pattern will have a link to a blog post that has all different kinds of options. It's got a review of my favorite fabric paints and fabric markers. It's got a link to a tutorial showing some different embroidery options. It's got lots of different options. And there he goes. All right, so I am going to carefully lift this, carry it over to my ironing board, and fuse all the pieces in place. Then I'll do the outline stitching on my machine, and I'll bring it back and I will show you what the finished block looks like, and also show you a couple of different color options that I did, because salamanders and newts and lizards, for that matter, because you could use this for a lizard too, come in a cajillion different colors. All right, here is the finished salamander. I'm going to call this one a salamander. I was thinking about the blue spotted salamander when I made this. I didn't give him spots, but he is dark blue on the top with some lighter markings and lighter blue on the bottom. So that's what I was thinking about for this guy, but let me show you some other versions that I made with other colors. So this is the one that I'm calling a newt, although there are also yellow lizards. But this one I was thinking about an eastern newt, which is yellow, just all yellow all over his body. So I had a lot of fun with that one. And then I have one more that I'm going to show you. This is the one that I'm going to call a lizard on the pattern cover. So again, there are lots and lots of orange lizards, but there are also lots of orange salamanders and newts. So really just have a lot of fun with choosing the colors, no matter whether you're making a salamander or a newt or a lizard. There are so many colors and textures and patterns to choose from. This is one where you could get just a single pattern and you could make an entire quilt all with different colors in it that would be just so much fun. So that is the salamander, newt, lizard pattern, the current pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I will see you next month.